Welcome, everybody, to episode 22 of the CosCast. My name is Pixie Does Cosplay, and I am the main host, as always. And with me, I have my wonderful co-hosts,
Annabella Cosplay and her dog.
Hello.
And Anyasia Cosplay.
Hey! And we are also joined today by two wonderful guests, namely Pharamony Cosplay and We Cosplay from the family group cosplay group Fandomily Cosplay. Welcome. Hi.
Hi.
It's been a while since we had you on, and we're so excited.
It's been a year, I think.
Something like
At
that,
least.
yes.
Mm.
We need that pheromone fix.
Yes.
Yes. We and Pharamony fix.
Yes.
So the main theme for today is going to be cosplaying as a family. How do you do it, and what are important things to think about when you cosplay with your family and your kids? You know, that kind of stuff. But before we do main segments, as always, so the first one is cosplay progress. Have we been working on anything cosplay related during the past week?
To be fair, no. I'm just waiting for my paycheck to come in so I can go and buy some new fabrics.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my wig so I can, start making makeup test of Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls.
I can't wait to see that. I of course have already done a cost test and a makeup test for Blossom. Supposed to, I'll be wearing her to Desicon Pop. Most likely.
Cool.
Yay! Yay! And hopefully these two will finish, and we can go as a group.
Yeah.
Well, if it's anything like, when we were supposed to, make Link together.
Yeah.
No excuses.
well, the only excuse is if I can make it to Desicon Pop or not, because most likely I work. Yeah, I do.
Of course you do. Oh well. So how about you, Wee? Have you been working on anything?
I've been working a lot, but unfortunately not very much on cosplay stuff. I was this close actually making or doing a makeup test last Sunday, but then things happened and it didn't happen.
We sometimes have to make those choices.
Yeah.
And well, we can see that you've done something cosplay related right now.
Yeah, this is actually the first time since Miranda Lawson at the last Bounce Icon that I did a cosplay. So I have been looking forward to this since yesterday when I decided I would do it.
Awesome. You look great.
Thank you.
Yes. For those who don't play Overwatch, she's Moira, one of the new characters in the game.
Yeah. How do you feel about Moira? Do you play her a lot?
No, I don't play her a lot. Basically because I like to win.
Oh, but Moira is OP as fudge. She steals all the kills.
I know when you know how to play her well, she is amazing. But unfortunately, like I said, I prefer to win when I play, so I haven't practiced her as much as I should to be able to actually play her well. So no, I've done a bit of playing with her, but not much. No, I stick to Mercy. Sorry.
It's fine.
Mercy's my main gal. Okay, so first item on the news list this week is super exciting. PsyCon is back.
Yes,
Yeah.
bonsai.
Bonsai,
Yes!
bonsai.
Had a year-long vacation and we all missed them terribly, but now they're finally. And I, for one, am really excited, and I really hope I get the chance to go because it was amazing the first time we went.
Hmm.
Yes, I agree.
So yeah, BonsaiCon, thank you guys for coming back.
Yeah.
Yes.
We missed you.
Yeah.
We need you.
Welcome back.
Yes. The second piece of news on my list today is that Mall Cosplay, we all know and love him as Geralt of Rivia. Well, he's made a new video where he is pitching Geralt up against Chuck Norris. And he's teamed up with the guys in the games too. So it's pretty magical. And the link to the video and an article about the video is out on our Facebook page. So if you're interested in seeing that little snippet of video, you should go check that out because it's very funny. And we also have one more item on the news list that is The Witcher related, because apparently Mats Mikkelsen saw a fan-made photo of where a fan, photoshopped him to look like Geralt of Rivia, and he was like, "That dude looks cool. I'm in for that project. I'll do it." So, any thoughts on that? Do we like Mats Mikkelsen for Geralt, or?
I'd actually prefer Maul. Maul Cosplay. He should play him. I'm sorry, but he should play him.
He is so perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
Every other Geralt.
Yes, he has. Damn him.
I like Mole cosplay too, but I like Mats Mikkelsen for anything. So
Yeah, the thing with Mats Mikkelsen is that he is not that stereotypical hot guy. So I think he would fit really great at being Geralt, because Geralt is supposed to be a bit of rugged and rough and not just a beautiful male.
No, he can play Lambert instead.
Fine, I'm not gonna argue.
Farah's made up her mind, so there.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to we don't have a lot of news this week, and I'm just going to keep it short because I think that we have a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
So we're just not going to waste any time and go straight into it. So, Tonya, maybe you want to get the ball rolling?
Of course. Oh, but should we show pictures first?
Yes, of course we should show pictures. But you can do the first question first while I rustle them up, because there are quite a few.
Yeah, it's fine. This is a question for Pharamony. Are you making a comeback in the cosplay community? And is there anything you have missed about the community?
Well, when I was looking for pictures for today's show, I went through the history of pictures on both our Instagram and Facebook pages, and I was like, oh. I mean, I've been super busy. It's not like I've had a vacation or haven't done anything for the past 1.5 years. But so yeah, going through all those pictures, I really, really felt all the things I miss, and it's more or less everything. Especially cosplaying with my family. That's the best thing about it. So yeah.
So you're making a comeback then?
I don't know if I need a comeback. I don't feel like I've been really gone. I've just been silent. But I'm definitely going to do more cosplays. Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Actually, a person liked one of my old photos of me and you. Like yesterday, I got a notification that someone liked a photo on Instagram, and it was one of our photos. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I really miss seeing you prancing around in your super awesome cosplays. I mean, it's not been the same without you. Really.
No, I miss you guys too. You're always a blast. Even though the last couple of conventions you've been really busy, but you always made time for the social gatherings, the dinners after the convention day. So that's always very nice.
Yeah.
Good try.
Yeah, things haven't slowed down, but we were always so happy when we get to meet you guys at conventions, because it's such a long time between seeing you outside of the con circuit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So
I have some pictures.
yeah.
Ready now? Yes. So I'm just going to screen share. I've taken one photo of each of you just in cosplay. So one I'm sharing of Pharamony is her Mara Sov from Destiny, which is a photo taken by Okami Cosplay. Share because I think it's really cool. And is from, or you've done two. One of them you come with back. Was it 2 years ago?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. I don't know if it's only me, but I didn't even get half of what you said.
Same.
Now there's something wrong with my audio today.
Okay.
So
could you please repeat it?
That's your warlock.
Yes.
You did that for the NCC. Was that too sure?
That was 3 years ago.
Cool. Because you've done 2 from Destiny, and I just think that both of them are super awesome. So that's why I wanted to share Mara Sov with people. And there's one, of course, of we as a Red Riding Hood from Once Upon a Time. Ami.
Yeah.
And I chose this picture because the colors are so beautiful, and you have that like shy look over your eye, and I really like it. And embodies the character. No, because I didn't bother taking a lot of pictures of you guys, because people have seen pictures of you before because you've been on the show a lot and they know about you in the community. So you want to see more pictures, go visit Fandomily Cosplay on
Yes. Yeah. Or Instagram.
Or Instagram. Pictures of you guys and your family, but I thought we could share them later to those kinds of questions.
Yep.
Yes. So I'm just going to take down the... There we go. Now, Tonya, you can continue.
Yep, I will. Just gotta stop Cece before she's blurting the ending of Once Upon a Time. So it's shush, I haven't seen it.
No, steal the fields.
Okay. So, have you guys been working on any projects lately? Oh, I got Scottish, eh? Let's see. Well, you can start.
Well, before Christmas, I started on on Sweeney Todd actually, and I had Pharamony make crochet his gloves, or the glove things, yeah. So and I bought the fabrics for it, and he was the makeup test that I was gonna do last Sunday, but didn't get to do. So yeah, I have Sweeney Todd on my mind, and on my counter over there. So yeah, he's gonna happen sometime when my life gets more normal. Yeah.
What is it with us and the psychopaths?
I don't know. So what do you
love a good villain?
Yeah, I saw the movie just before Christmas, and I just together with Mir, and I said, "Oh, I want to do him. He looks cool."
That's nice. How about you, Fandomily? Pharamony, sorry.
I've been working on a lot of things. I've been immensely creative. It's just not been cosplays. But I've made a lot of other things, and I learned how to quilt and patchwork and like all these things I've never done before. So that's what I've done this winter. I have this thing about every December I want to learn something completely new. So quilting, why not?
Awesome.
I've been making a lot of things, just not cosplay. But obviously Moira is on the list.
At least it's creative and crafting in some way.
Yes, I'm keeping the sewing machine going. You don't want it to get lazy.
No, that's
Very
true.
true.
But I've seen pictures of your quilting projects, and I mean they are so on point. Like scene porn all over the place.
Yes.
So yes, good job.
That's so cool. Let's see. Okay, then. This is a question for Jenny. Are you planning on going to any conventions this year?
Well, Toricon is, of course, it's not only my hometown, but it's also like tradition. I would never miss Toricon, so I'm gonna go to Toricon, and then I will try to go to one other convention. And if my sister and her family can go to BonsaiCon, then I will bend over backwards to be able to go as well.
That's nice.
That's awesome.
We have a question from the chat to we. Are you cosplaying Sweeney from the movie or the theater musical?
I'm cosplaying Johnny Depp's Sweeney Todd from the movie.
Nice.
Yeah, because I've cosplayed Johnny Depp characters before, so I like that. I think he's gorgeous.
I really like your Mad Hatter. That's amazing.
Thank you.
It's very, very good. All right. Next question is for you, Wee. What is it like to suddenly quit your job and open up your own store? Has it led to a lot of changes?
Yeah, you can certainly say that. Well, the quitting my job and buying this store happened kind of quickly, yeah. But I've been wanting and dreaming of it for some time. And suddenly the opportunity came. I read in the paper that a shop was, if they didn't get a buyer, they would close. And I said, okay, this is me. This is my call. So, and I'm so lucky and blessed that I am in the situation that I really could do this. Also, I'm a bit crazy, so I have. I quit my job, the safest job you could have in the Norwegian states at the university, I'm lucky to get the chance to follow my dream.
I think it's very important to do.
It has been a lot of it's turned our everyday life upside down for the whole family, because I'm working like 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I'm never home for dinner. So my husband does all the dinner planning and cooking, and the whole family is involved in the store. Both Mir and Matti are my employees, and my husband also comes around in the afternoon so that I can get a chance to go to the toilet and have a break. So the whole family is involved, and even my mom was here for Christmas and helped us refurnish the whole shop, because I wanted to do everything my way, painting, and I did the whole place new.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been the first 2 weeks I had to like pinch myself to remind myself that this was not just a vacation or something, that tomorrow I'm going back to my normal job, like, because that was what I was feeling. I was, okay, this is fun, but I have to go back to the normal job. But then I was like, hey, this is my normal job now, and it was so funny. It was really surreal. Yeah.
I have one
to say
additional question though, and that is just: do you think that you would have done this if you didn't do the cosplay thing?
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have done this because I started sewing when I started cosplaying, or after I started cosplaying, actually. So it was the cosplay drive that made me start sewing, and to spend a lot of more time to do things that I like, or to let the hobby grow to such proportions in my life. I had never done that before, so I'm pretty sure I would not have done this if I hadn't been into cosplay.
That's awesome. I just think like we're in an age, and we're so lucky here in Norway that a lot of us are able to change our paths and do different things. I used to be a teacher at a hairdressing school, and I think the oldest student that I've had was like 53 years old. And I just think it's so amazing that you can follow your dream, whatever age you are and whatever background you have. It's just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel that like a family, we're on an adventure together, and we're pretty much agree on that we would rather try and fail than regret not have tried at all. So I don't know if this is gonna go well economically and everything, but at least we tried. So yeah, then I'll know.
Where is your store?
My store is in one of the two big shopping malls in and outside of Haugesund, right outside of Haugesund. So Oasen Kjøpesenter, and it's the smallest shop, but it's got a really good location. So a lot of people pass by and drop in. So that's very cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. But do you still have the time and motivation to focus on cosplay while doing this?
Since Christmas, I haven't had any time to do anything than be in the shop and sleep, actually. But the motivation is there. I think about cosplay, and it's still alive back in my head and in my heart. But I haven't had any time or energy to put into it.
That's why closet cosplays are always a thing.
Yeah. So when I thought about what I would put on today, I knew that Pharamony was going to do something really new. So I thought that maybe I could just go back to the very beginning. And my very beginning was River Song. And so today I'm River Song from The Impossible Astronaut.
I can
and
see
you're
you
always gorgeous.
Yes, that too.
Sissy Tori wonders, how can she manage to convince her mom or sister to cosplay with her?
I think you should answer that first, Pharamony.
Oh wow! I don't. I've not been able to convince my husband to put on any kind of costume, not even making a makeup test on him. So you're the one who knows how to convince stubborn or not geeky people.
Well, we wouldn't have started this journey if it hadn't been for Pharamony doing some serious convincing, like 4.5 years ago. You can tell us how you tricked us into this, Pharamony.
Oh, it wasn't that hard. Well, it started with me doing my first convention, my first costume, and even though I looked like my costume wasn't nearly impressive or anything, but
I was impressed.
She was impressed, and it wasn't that hard. I just said, "Do you want to join me for Desicon Fantasy?" Because I didn't want to go alone, and I said, "It's gonna be a lot of Doctor Who there." it's gonna be cosplayers, and you can buy stuff, and there's gonna be so much Doctor Who there. You're gonna love it.
So what you're saying is that you should play on that one thing that the other person just loves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just find the fandom and play on it.
Yeah.
If you get that person to put on a costume and go to a convention, they are done for.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's how she got us into this, because so on our first convention I was River Song, and Matti was little 11, and he was 11 years old, so he was the 11th Doctor, yeah, and me was Amy Pond. So we were this Doctor Who family, and we just loved it. So she used Doctor Who to get us into cosplay. That's the truth, and nothing but the truth.
I did have to sew the jacket for 11 though.
Yeah,
that was like the condition you had.
Yeah, that's true. I said I don't know how to sew or make anything, so I had to go to thrift shops and buy stuff, but they didn't have like tweed jackets for 11 years old kids. They didn't have that. So I told her if we're gonna go, he has to be Doctor Who or the Doctor, and you need to make the jacket. And she said, okay, I can do that. And then so the rest is history and present time. And so we were doing this for some years, and my husband was, of course, he was watching us from the sideline, and he saw how much fun we had in this, and he's always liked the Wolverine, and then he started. My husband had grown these. What are they called? These
sideburns.
Sideburns, yeah. Not for any reason at all, really, but he just liked having big sideburns. And then people started saying to him, "You look like the Wolverine." And then I started saying, "Why don't you cosplay the Wolverine? That would be really cool. And I can make the jacket, and I can make the claws and everything." And he was in. And he was. So he came to Desicon as Logan or the Wolverine, and he got so much positive feedback on this cosplay, so he was sold.
Yeah. But like Wolverine is a character that I think both young and more older people recognize and like.
Yeah.
Lucia Ferro says in the chat, his Wolverine is amazing.
Yes, and we agree.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember seeing little Matti as Doctor Who on stage one time, like,
yeah,
that was so funny.
Yeah,
so much.
The video is on Fandomily's Facebook page, so everyone should go and see his debut.
His debut, yeah.
Yes,
for
he stole everyone's heart.
Yeah.
Just watch every video they've put up, basically, because they have a lot of fun vlogs from conventions and stuff. They're really cool.
Yeah. So maybe you want to take the last questions.
Yeah, I will do that. And this is also for we, because we're not done talking about your store. So are your experiences from cosplay something you get to draw on in your business now? Do you use your cosplay experience?
Yeah, I do. As I said, I started sewing after or because I started cosplaying. So all my sewing experience is driven by the cosplay drive. And learning by doing and failing, obviously. But also I think cosplayers, or maybe creative people generally, but especially cosplayers maybe, they look at a thing and they see the thing, but also they see, what else could I use this thing for, or what else could this thing become, and to see alternate uses of normal things. And I've had several occasions in my shop where a customer describes a problem or something, and I say, "Oh, maybe you could use this," and they say, "Oh, I would never have thought of that, to use that." Yeah. So I think it's a mindset in a way. And also,
I think
And
also that has,
I use my my showcase window in the shop. I have a plan to display some of my costumes that I made and make a little story around it, or like a little scene around it, according to a market plan theme.
Yeah. That's awesome. Have you ever planned on, selling cosplay related items like Warbler or stuff like that? Or is it just fabrics and
Well, I have really a lot of different articles in my store. I sell yarn and all kind of knitting supplies, and also then sewing machines and fabrics, and lots of other stuff, buttons and zippers and yeah. So, but I would like to maybe go more broader on maybe to sell things that cosplayers would like to buy. But I just started, so I have to find out, and I have very little space.
yeah.
So my store is really crammed. So I have to get rid of some things, sell them first, and then I can have room for new things.
Yeah, find your path.
Or you'll just have to expand.
Or I just have to expand, yeah.
Take over the whole.
Oh yes, the whole shopping mall. Haugesund is going to be the next cosplay central in Norway.
Wow.
Be the next stuff in the but
Yeah. If I ever am close to Haugesund, I would definitely come visit and buy all my fabrics from you.
Thank you. I've already had cosplayers shopping in my store, so I like that. I appreciate that very much. Yeah.
That's cool. All right. I just think it's so cool that you have just followed your dream and gone with it. And I think it's so cool that your family is all in on it. And I think it helps that they also share the same hobby as you do. It makes them well equipped to help customers and stuff like that. So it's really, really awesome. I'm gonna jump over this next one because we've already talked about that. It's just about how to convince your entire family into doing cosplay. So
if it doesn't work, to just them down and just fill your whole apartment with cosplay things until they can't, and just give it in.
They'll get smothered.
That's also a strategy, yeah.
I don't think that would work on my hobby, though. He does not like fantasy. He does not like sci-fi. He does not like any of those things. I've asked him if he wanted to cosplay with me, like not really seriously, but I've asked him, and he was like, "Yeah." Then I want to be Carl from the Norwegian fun series, Carl and Co.
That would be cool. Do it.
Yep.
Please, can I have a photo shoot with you?
Well, if I actually convince him to do it, then
yeah. The only reason my boyfriend would go into cosplay if I make the cosplays for once, and if I make him this cardboard pixel version of Cloud, I think. So it doesn't look. You can't see it's him. You just see the pixelated, Cloud.
like it used to do.
Yeah.
Like it used to look like in the 90s. All right.
So never.
Never. Nope.
So next question, and this is for both of you, and I think, what are the main differences between cosplaying with small children and teenagers?
Should I start?
Yeah, go for it. You have the longest experience.
Yeah. So when we started, Matty was 11 and Mir was 14. And the first couple of years, maybe, I felt that I had to make all the costumes. So a big difference is that in the beginning, I like for a weekend, if we were going for a con 2 days, I made like 5 or 6 cosplays for this weekend. And now I only have to make 1 or 2 because they make their own. So that's a big difference.
Seriously, can you imagine making 6 cosplay for a weekend?
Well, let's say they weren't high quality cosplays always. They lasted for a day usually. So, but we had fun, yeah. And also when they were smaller, it was more like I felt I had to entertain them, or to see to that they were entertained, that they had fun when we were at the convention and stuff. But now we just go there together, and yeah, they go and have fun. So I don't have to worry about them. So yeah,
they've probably made friends of their own too, I guess, in the cosplay community.
Yeah. And they know the drill. They know, where to go and what to do, and when to see the shows, and anything. So, or they just drop out and go to McDonald's or something. Yeah.
Imagine being an experienced convention attendee.
I think you have to write this down.
Yeah,
I can't hear you.
Nah, I'll just shut up for the rest of the episode.
Don't.
Yeah, but Pharamony, you can say something about having the smaller kids with you on conventions.
Well, the smallest one, Pharamony, she has only been to Toricon this year, and she was just in her carriage, baby thing. But my 6-year-old, she went her first cosplay convention in 2013, and that was her first time cosplaying as well. She's cosplayed 4 characters.
I'll just show.
Yeah, sure.
Pictures. We know.
Yes, some pictures. There will show up some pictures pretty soon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a question though. Does your 6-year-old, does she decide her cosplays herself, or do you decide what cosplays?
This Toricon was the first time she decided for herself. They are very. It's very nice when they're so small that they don't have a say and they don't really care. When I made her, she had a princess dress once because she was 4-year-old Aurora when I was Maleficent. The year, yes, exactly. And she got to have this yellow princess dress, and she was very happy about that. I think she wasn't that happy when I made her Rin for my Shishumaru. I made this tiny Rin outfit, and she was happy for like a minute, and then she was bored. So
it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to make Rin.
Exactly. No, this year at Toricon, she had a Pikachu Kigurumi.
Yes.
Because I could not convince her to wear anything but Pikachu. So that was a slap in the face for me, but she was very happy.
You were like, I can make you this awesome Warbler armor. She was like, no, Pikachu!
I have a picture of her, and she's just adorable.
Yes.
I'm not gonna see what picture it is though, so you're gonna have to explain.
No, it's a Pikachu one.
Oh yeah. Of course, I was this. What do you call those hysterical
stage moms?
Yeah, stage moms. I was behind the scene and I was like giving her suggestions what she could do on stage because I didn't want her just to walk out, stand there, and go back. So I was like you need to be Pikachu. Just run off to the center stage and they say Pikachu like she does at home, which annoys me. But on stage that would be nice. And I had to convince her that that was okay and so. And she doesn't have stage fright, so that's a good thing. So she did, and she had fun, and the picture is just captures her joy of being Pikachu for real.
Yeah, just imagine being a kid in that age in cosplay. It would have, you know, if my family did that when I was a kid, I would just be the luckiest and happiest kid alive, I think.
She's also now.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
She's trying just now, right?
I'm sorry.
I give up.
Are you asking about her sewing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, she's had her first encounter with a sewing machine this winter, and there were no injuries, so that was good. I drew up a lot of lines and she had to follow them and sew on the lines to practice, and then she made a Barbie dress with help, of course, but she made the mock-up herself. She wrapped the Barbie doll in foil and then taped it, and then I helped her to draw it and cut it out for a bit, and then she had to transfer it to the fabrics, and it was both the inner and outer fabric, and she did that by herself, and I helped her a little bit with the needles, but for the most part she did a lot with guidance, of course. So, but she was very proud about having made that Barbie dress. But it's not like she's, oh mom, I want to make more, can we sew together? Or so no, I think she's a bit too young for that, but she has the potential.
Yeah.
The potential.
Oh yeah, so much potential.
I'm not gonna be making 2 cosplays for her for every convention like we did. She will have to make her costumes herself.
But it sounds like she's gonna be happy with just the kigurumi, so I think it's fine. I think like the biggest difference is what I get of this, at least, is that the teenagers can make their own costumes and are a bit more self-driven, and the smaller ones are they need a bit more attention.
Coercion.
Yes.
Rather.
Yes. Which brings me to this question. What are important things to think about as a parent when you take your kids to a convention?
I can start that one. Just an example, we described how a convention would be with teenage kids. I remember being at Desicon Fantasy with her when I think she was 3 years old. I was wearing my Tifa. And you would think that Tifa is very ventilated. It's not a very heavy or warm cosplay to wear, which is true, but not when you're running around after a 3-year-old for hours. I was sweating like a pig, and I didn't remember anything from the convention. I was just running after her, and she was on stage for, I don't know if it was a walk-on, I think, or something, and that was so much fun that she would not go off stage. So she was climbing on stage whenever I would turn my back. And the Desicon crew, they were like, get your child off the stage! Like all the time, like, I'm trying! Goodness. So yeah, not gonna do that again. So I think she's been to 2 conventions after that. And then I have had help from Mir and we to just get some help looking after her. And then at this year's Toricon, my husband, she wasn't there with me alone. She was just there with my husband. So
yeah, well, that's good.
I think the issue of photography is quite important when you take kids to a convention, because there's a lot of photographing going on, and the thing about publishing photos on the internet without parents' permissions, if they're underage or maybe under 16. So that's something to think about. And I was very nervous about that the first times when I brought my kids, and I remember I told Mir that if somebody wants to take a picture, please send me a message or something, and I can come and see that this is a photographer that has a label or something that works for the con or something. So we didn't risk that people put pictures out on the internet of my kids, because I wouldn't want that. So and that's hard to control, because there's so much photographing taking place at a convention, naturally, of course, but people publish very uncritically, maybe, and they maybe don't think that, okay, this is a kid, maybe just 14 years old, maybe their parents wouldn't approve. So yeah.
And it's not just about approval, it's about my English is stuck now. It's about their personvärn.
Personal security. Yeah. So.
Yeah. For a lot of reasons, like children under 14, they're not considered knowing the consequences of being photographed and what can be done with these photographies. And if it's just a photo of like a lot of people and your child is there, that's not a problem. But taking a picture of your child without the parents' knowledge and approval, and then posting it on the internet and social media, that's illegal in Norway for those reasons, to protect the children.
Yep. And that's very important, because this doesn't just evolve around what you think are obviously children. This evolves around like everyone who's especially younger than 16 years old. And we all know that there's a lot of young people at conventions. So this is a very important message.
Yeah, it is. And also there's it's related to the photography thing, maybe, or the publishing thing, because whenever you put a photo of yourself on the internet, you risk having feedback. Luckily we have experienced mostly almost positive feedback, or you have luckily not experienced any big issues of haters or really negative feedbacks. And that's something like as a mother you don't want your kids to experience, either as a comment on the net or as a comment live at a convention, that maybe say things people say. But we are very lucky that we haven't, or I don't think my kids have experienced that a lot. But that's something also that as a parent you think a lot about.
Not just the negative comments, or comments that they're maybe not old enough to understand, but also sexual harassment.
Yeah,
we know it happens, and as parents we always worry about our children, what they will experience, and so on.
I can understand that, but I cannot really, because I don't have any children. But I can see your worries, and
totally.
I'm just going to read up some of the comments in the chat. CC Tori's asking, do you have pictures of that Aurora and Maleficent cosplays?
I had one, and I tried to find it for the cast tonight, but I couldn't find it. Sorry.
Also, Magnus Valbjörg is saying Pharamony needs to do more Overwatch cosplays. if you were supposed to do a cosplay from Overwatch, what would be your character? Moira.
Yeah, I have. Well, I play a lot of Overwatch, so I have a lot of characters and skins I would like to do. Like the first character when I saw the game was obviously Pharah,
Yes.
but I live so far up north that if I were to make a costume that big, I wouldn't be able to bring it anywhere, and it would be a total waste. I'd only be able to use it at Toricon, and Toricon is amazing, but to spend so much time and energy on a costume, I really wanted to wear it on more occasions. So those huge cosplays are just not a go for me. Yeah, you and the Bowser, you and the Bowser. Whatever.
Well, at least Bowser is big and fluffy and soft.
Yeah, his shell isn't though, and it was just a matter of centimeters that the airline would bring the shell of Bowser with them, because it just I had calculated that it would fit just inside this special luggage thing. And I had to actually give him a little shove to get through the hole where the luggage went in. So yeah, so I brought him with me on a plane, and that went swell.
Well done.
If you bring your kids and a huge ass Bowser shell, that would probably be a bit too much.
You can put the kids inside the Bowser shell.
Yeah, no problem. That would be a responsible parent thing to do, yes.
I've been traveling with a lot of luggage in my life, especially since I have a dog. And when I traveled alone to Tromsø from Oslo, I usually had like the dog with a dog cage, my suitcase, and like the hand luggage. So it was always, so I can understand that the luggage is an issue. You need to plan it.
Yeah.
Let's see. And also, Jannis Jacobsen is saying we need more purple Pharamony.
Purple?
Yes.
Interesting.
It's probably hinting to your Morozov, I guess. Or that you do purple cosplays. I don't know.
Well, the purple alien cosplays are actually Karin Olava's thing.
That's true.
That is very true. Oh, hi, Himedere. She's super late, but she's here. Hi. All right. Do we have any more questions? If the chat has more questions, just fire them up, because we have the time to take a few.
Yeah.
And yes, Himedere, it is Moira you see.
Moira is here.
People are very excited about Moira. But while we wait for more questions, we could do some geekery.
We can.
So, have we watched, read, played, or listened to anything interesting during the past week that we would like to recommend?
Yes. I've been playing this quite amazing game I bought from Steam. It's called Absu.
What's it about?
It is a fantasy diving game. Actually, you play as a person who's diving down through the ocean. It's so pretty, and the musics are so nice to listen to, and it's amazing. I really recommend playing Absu. It's a really, really nice game, and it's not just underwater. It's also quite sci-fi. I won't spoil anything, but it's very sci-fi too. And yeah,
So
check it out.
But is it like you just dive and look at things, or do you fight?
Well, you have to find things. Like you have to find shells. You have to open some portals to release animals into the ocean, and a lot of magic shit. But it's so pretty. If you love underwater and diving and swimming and just pretend to be a mermaid. It's not you're not a mermaid, but you can pretend to be a mermaid in the game because you don't have any air limitations and stuff like that. So that's nice.
Sounds fun. Sounds nice.
Right. We have questions.
Yes.
River wants to know, would River Song tell us the doctor's real name?
Shall I translate? Would River Song tell us the doctor's real name?
No, she would never do that. The River Song loves spoilers, but there's one thing in the universe she would never ever spoil, and that's the doctor's name.
Aww.
Yeah. And no, Cici Toria will not ask that question.
No, well, I'm gonna ask it, but I'm just gonna state that no spoilers are allowed. You're just allowed to say that if you like it or if you're disappointed. Just nothing more than that. Cici Tori asks, how do you guys feel about Once Upon a Time's ending?
Haven't seen it.
Good answer.
Well, there is no end. Just this season will be the last season.
That's good enough.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna skip that because no spoilers.
Yeah. And of course, we almost forgot. If you and your kids were a fruit or a vegetable, what would you and your kids be and why?
Yeah, we're fruit baskets, all of us.
Good answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that anime.
Also,
I know what Miri would be. She would be pineapple. She loves pineapples. I don't know why, but she loves pineapples. So she would be definitely a pineapple. No, they don't like that. So I like that song, apple pineapple thing, but they don't like that. But Miri would definitely be a pineapple. So yeah.
Good answer.
Maybe she's a basket of pineapples.
I would probably be a coconut. I would probably be a coconut if that's a fruit. I don't know, but I'm not. So I would be a coconut.
Yeah. Good answer.
Very nice.
Yeah. But Giannis is wondering if you guys are planning to go to Fredrikstad Sci-Fi Festival this year.
Interesting. The jury's still out on that one.
Yeah.
You could just go right now, Pharamony. You're ready. You're already sci-fi. So
yeah, but I think I would be very early if I left now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh, I can't. I can't plan anything really for this year. I have to see how life is in some months, and then I will know if I get the chance to which conventions I get the chance to go to.
Yeah. That's basically what that's my answer as well. I just need to see. Depends.
Yeah, if I can afford it, if I have the time, I'll go. But
yeah, I really want to go.
I have no idea.
I really want to go.
Yeah, I want to go too.
I'm so broke. So broke.
Sample Cosplay is saying that coconut is approved. So good answer. Also, Lucia Ferris is saying that I love we as River. My fangirl heart is pleased.
Oh, thank you.
She's also saying that Apsu is a gorgeous game, and also play Journey if you like Apsu. And Journey is also a very beautiful game.
And sadly, it's not on Steam.
No,
so
it's the PlayStation. Himedera is obsessed with Breath of the Wild lately. And Ryurai has been watching Winx Club. I'm a bit old for Winx Club.
I tried to watch it. I've tried.
But I love Witch, the comic. Yeah. And to me, Winx Club is just it's just, trying to be Witch. And it's not.
Rip off.
It's just like Digimon,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't like Digimon.
It's Pokemon or nothing.
Pokemon.
Yeah. So Absu, definitely try it. And I am trying to play another game, Life is Feudal MMO. That's a really hard game. I mean, if you're playing alone, it's basically a survival game where you come into this world. It's medieval times, and you start by collecting stuff you need to make weapons, to make tools, to build a house. You have to get food or you'll starve. And
that sounds like Minecraft, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of like Minecraft, except it's harder and have much more realistic graphics.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, you've had a lot of time to play games this week because you've been sick.
Exactly. Yeah, my boyfriend was like coming home from work one day, and this was like, being sick is bad for your wallet. I know. Yeah.
No. We've been playing Dragon Age. We played Dragon
Yes,
Age.
we
That
had a
was
live
epic.
stream on Friday and we had so much fun. We laughed so hard and we broke the game. We as players just broke the game completely. All of us just started laughing so hard that we cried.
Simultaneously.
Yes,
Several times.
it was epic. So I recommend Fateful Fumble, self-promotion.
Go watch us laugh our asses off now.
Yeah, no, I haven't really done much this week. I can't really remember. I have a really bad memory as of late. I just forget stuff all the time. I don't really know what I'm doing every day. So I think I've been busy. I don't know. Maybe I have been. But I've played
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Still playing a lot
But
of Overwatch.
I hope that you all remembered to congratulate your moms with Mother's Day today.
Yes, that's
I
true.
You remember that? That's good.
Yes, I did. I remembered. Which reminds me that you wanted to, quickly just mention your mother.
Yeah, because me and Pharamony's mother, she has been Fandomily's maybe oldest and fan, yeah, and very supportive. All the time we've been doing cosplay after she understood what cosplay was. And I just wanted to tell you that because we just want to honor our mom today, our Fandomily grandma. And every time we were at a convention near Oslo, we just crash her apartment with all our stuff, and when we leave again, it looks like something died in there or something, or atomic war or something. And she is helpful. She's a driver. She's a photographer's assistant, and she helps sewing buttons on the costume in the last minute. And one time especially, the Norwegian broadcasting was doing a feature of me as a very grown-up cosplayer, and I was to meet this journalist at a convention in Stavanger, and that's 2.5 or 2 hours drive from here where we live. And my mom was living in our apartment at that time. And we went to the hotel, and the morning when we were doing the filming, I woke up and I was doing Bard, the bowman. And I woke up that morning and I realized I had forgotten my bow and arrow.
Yeah, right.
And it was a 2 hours drive, and I was about to be on stage and doing filming in a couple of hours, So I called my mom. I woke her up early in the morning. It was a Saturday then. I woke her up and I said, "Mom, I forgot my bow and arrow. I'm going to be Bard the bowman. I don't have my bow and arrow. I'm panicking."
You're going to be Bard the man.
Yeah, I felt, ooh. So she got up, she got dressed, she got on a bus, a 2.5 hours bus drive. with my bow and arrow on the bus, and the passengers were just giving her all these looks, and she told the driver, "I'm going to carnival," and she got on this bus with my bow and arrow, and she got me my bow and arrow in time for when I was going on stage, and she just saved the day. So that's our mom. Yeah.
She sounds amazing.
Yeah. And she's been to 3 conventions with us actually now. So yeah.
I actually have one additional question to you two. Are you guys planning on attending any competitions in the future? In the future, I'm not saying this year. I'm just saying in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Yes, that's what I want to hear. You guys are so. I just love to watch your performances. You always kind of amazes the crowd and everyone because you guys have the stage presence and you make awesome skits. So yeah,
Thank you.
And also, moms are amazing, as Ryurai say in the chat.
Yes.
Also, I could mention it's International Day of Women and Girls in Science today.
Wow.
Ooh.
I did not know that.
Moira,
so very appropriate today.
Oh yeah.
Are on point. Very much so.
Our song is a professor too, remember?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Very nice.
We have a mom story in the chat as well because Himadera is saying, my mom is knitting 4 identical sweater vests for my Doki Doki Literature Club cosplay group. That's amazing.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
I also know that Ryurai's mom made her MC sweater, I think, when she was cosplaying from, oh my god, Mystic Messenger.
Yeah.
Moms are very cool.
Yeah.
They are.
When I was a little emo bean, my mom would, knit me stripy leggings and stuff because none of the shops in Tromsø sold that kind of stuff.
Yeah. My grandma did that for me, and she still makes me stuff if I ask her to make stuff. Like I have like a lot of blankets in my flat that my grandma makes, and she's just the best.
Yeah.
My mom didn't know how to sew or anything, so.
Well, you got your grandma for that.
Yes.
Oh, my mom also, when we were kids, she had like hand knitted Pokemon for us because she had a lot of yarn and the Pokemon stuffed animals were so expensive. So she made us like 10 or 12 different Pokemons from yarn.
Wow, that's cool. Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Mom.
Are we all talking about our moms? Should I talk about my mom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
My mom is like the coolest. Whenever she comes and visit me, she always is game for me dressing her up in my cosplays.
And you play computer games. You go home. Like last Sunday, you were like, I have to go home now because I'm gonna play World of Warcraft with my mom.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Very good.
Yes. Awesome moms.
Yep.
Oh, one thing before we
It's to all moms out there.
Yeah. One thing before we close off, I want to just tell everyone that for a couple of weeks now, we in the CosCast has had like this CosCast takeover on our Instagram account, and we're now on Monday. Tilly Cosplay is Tillitide Cosplay is going to host our account, but we do want people to volunteer for this. So if you want to take over our CosCast Instagram for a week, Monday to Friday, tell us and we will put you on the list.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm thinking we start wrapping it up because we're over time as usual. And my internet and my audio is not on my side today, so you can take it away. I figured.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to Pharamony and we being here. Follow Fandomily Cosplay on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. And please subscribe and give us a like and things because that helps us a lot. Next week, what are we doing for next week?
And will be joining us next Sunday.
I didn't hear that.
Something.
So, I don't know, Anita. Try again. Time for lemon tea is coming next Sunday, and we're going to talk about all the awesome stuff that they've done lately. So if you have any questions for them, please send them into us so we can put it in our script. If there's anything you are wondering about them, and be here next Sunday at 9 as usual.
Yes, and thank you all of you in the chat for being awesome and being active. Really, really love you.
Yes, we love you. And remember to tell your mothers or your grandmothers and every other mother that you know, Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.